Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so how many times are we going to have to see it before it sinks in? The radical left is seemingly convinced a good chunk of the next generation of kids that the way to make a political statement is to desecrate, to vandalize, to mock, or to celebrate political violence. And while obviously these kids are being misguided, severely misguided, and now they're suffering the consequences, like the left said. You're free to speak, but you aren't free from consequences. Well, that's holding very true today. We call it FAFO. F around and find out, or play stupid games and win stupid prizes. And this week, we've got a couple examples here. Students who thought that they could mock the assassination of Charlie Kirk or desecrate his memorials and it would make them heroes, but instead they were met with instant frickin' karma. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got leftists playing some stupid games and winning some very stupid prizes. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so let's start off with this first clip. We got some kid here who came in and tried vandalizing a Charlie Kirk memorial, and instead of getting his moment of online fame, what he got was maced to the frickin' face. Then, of course, this left-wing tough guy collapsed on the sidewalk and started crying like a little baby.
He walked up. I'm sorry, where the guy is, with gold spray can. He just walked up and started spraying it, and everybody jumped in.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you with proud Americans. You get your beat. Look at this little crying like a little being held. I want my mommy. Well, maybe next time you don't go down to a memorial and try to spray paint and be disrespectful. This is what you get. When will you guys learn? I think somebody maced him.
And then he's got these two women here holding him like a little baby.
Literally.
Yeah. Absolute FAFO. You come to spit on a man's memorial, a man who was just murdered in such a disgusting manner, and you end up crying like a little baby after getting maced in your eyeballs. Again, another immediate lesson, another instant karma moment. Actions have consequences. Now, some people are claiming that the people who maced him went too far, but if you go around deliberately desecrating a memorial and provoking people, don't be shocked when you get the exact reaction that you earned. It's basic cause and effect, and in this case, it's a justified cause and effect, unlike the cause and effect argument that leftists are making, claiming that Charlie Kirk brought it upon himself. Absolutely no, he didn't, but this little twerp 100% did. And speaking of these little twerps getting exactly what they deserve, we've got case number 2, another student at a Texas campus of all places. You'd think these Texas students would have learned their lesson after the first girl got FAFO'd, arrested, and expelled, but nope, here we go again.
Oh my God. My name is You're gonna get expelled, dude.
Another leftist thug shouting vile slogans. He then jumps onto the statue, reenacts the shooting, laughing and mocking Charlie Kirk's death, then continues on with more vulgarity. And what's crazy about this video is that some people in the crowd seem to even support him, laughing and smiling as he performed this grotesque theater. But once again, we got performance celebrating political murder, total depraved behavior. And now what do you think happened next? Well, Governor Greg Abbott signal boosted this video and called for the university to do the right thing, and then 24 hours later the kid is expelled. Good. Schools have codes of conduct for a reason, and if you show up on campus and celebrate a political assassination, you do not belong at that institution. Period. And now, of course, some people may call that cancel culture. Ooh, the liberal hive mind is woke right. At the end of the day, honestly, I don't care what you call it. This behavior is disgusting and should be reprimanded, period. And we're seeing some leftists who are claiming that, oh, the right wing is trying to force us to mourn Charlie Kirk. They're trying to force us to celebrate his life.
I don't think people understand how seeing so many people venerate a person who would say the things that this man said about Black people, seeing them put him on a pedestal and seeing people get fired because they simply said, I'm not celebrating it, but I'm not going to give it my focus because they felt like he offended them. They don't understand how that makes people that look like me feel. We did not grow up during a time when people could be so open about their hate towards us. So seeing this now is just, it's unsettling. And then you have NFL teams that are holding moments of silence for this person. But what about other people who have died in this country that didn't make their name off of disguising hatred as the word of God? It's scary. It is. I have never been more scared to be a Black woman or the mother to a Black son in my life.
That's not the case at all here. Nobody's saying that you have to mourn or celebrate Charlie Kirk's passing if you really deeply disagreed with him. Nobody's asking you to celebrate his life's legacy. But what we are asking, the basic expectation I think is rather simple. We expect you to act like normal, civilized human beings with hearts. We're not saying show up to the vigil and engage in the same kind of activism that we're pushing, although you probably should if you have your head screwed on straight. No, what we're asking is that you don't celebrate a political assassination, that you don't egg it on, that you don't incite more violence, you don't call for more people to get murdered. That's all we're asking. But apparently that's too much for the left. Asking that they don't act like complete vile pieces of you-know-what, apparently, is not only too much, but now once they receive the consequences of their despicable behaviors, well then suddenly we're the bad guys and they're the victims. We're engaging in cancel culture. Absolutely not. The reality is these people are completely out of control. They've lost their minds. They're celebrating vicious political violence, which is the opposite of what a university, by the way, should stand for and should accept on their campuses. The whole purpose is to go to university so you can have your ideas challenged, to engage in dialogue and listen to different viewpoints, to engage in speech and debate and discussion in a peaceful manner. And so if you're going to university and then celebrating somebody getting killed because of their viewpoints, well, yeah, obviously, you don't belong there, pure and simple. It's absolutely wild how so many people have been indoctrinated. And even watching that video with those crocodile tears, hearing just the way that people are talking about Charlie Kirk, that he was a racist and a fascist. I've been actually binge watching a lot of his old videos, and I'm sure a lot of you have been doing the same thing. There's a lot of Charlie Kirk videos going viral after his death. The idea that this guy was a racist or a fascist, it's just insane. No, the reality is you've got these young kids who have been propagandized, they've been misinformed. Like I keep showing you guys, most of these college-age students in the Western world can't even define what fascism is.
Do you think that they're fascist?
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, what is a fascist?
A fascist? Oh my god, my brain just blanked. I'm like, I don't have the right word for it.
Okay, it's fine. I just want to know, because I'm young. I just want to be educated.
Of course.
I want to be educated.
Fascist, yeah. More so, it's like just like about being rooted in like believing like that they are like bad. Like it comes from like being better. It comes from like wanting to like. Oh my god, my words are blanking on me right now. I've been screaming too much.
What is a fascist? If you have to like educate the youngins watching.
Like in a Jesus. Yeah, no, in a quick one too. I'm like, bro. Jesus. We've been screaming too long.
I've showed you countless of those videos. I just showed you the one from 2019 where Charlie Kirk's event at a university was being protested, where the students there were claiming that he was a fascist, but none of them could even define the word or explain how he was a fascist. But here we have all these young students who are engaging in this ridiculous behavior thinking that they're being righteous when they don't even know. They don't even freaking know. They claim that Charlie Kirk's a racist because he thought the civil rights movement in the 1960s was a failure and that it ended up in a lot of ways being a detriment to the Black community. That's an opinion. It's a valid opinion that actually a lot of Black people share. They believe the same thing. But now that clip is being clipped up and shipped up, sent all over the internet, and people have been convinced, they don't even see the nuance in the argument, that Charlie Kirk is a racist. These kids are not being taught to critically think. They're being taught how to lash out, how to engage in empty, vapid activism. Their minds are being warped by the left-wing disinformation machine. And boy, have we seen that left-wing disinformation machine in full overdrive. I'm just going to conclude the way I've been concluding a lot of these videos. I just hope people are paying attention. I hope people are seeing the lies, seeing the disgusting behavior. The left keeps saying, oh, this is not us. It's not us. It's a mischaracterization from the right. Is it really? We are seeing you. We're seeing the way that you and your people are acting. Don't tell us it's not you. It's literally you. This is you. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.